Alright, this is Bailey. I'm going to be playing Total War Warhammer 2 today. I'm going to be starting a Last Defenders Kroq Gar Let's Play for Total War Warhammer 2. I'm a huge fan of Total War Warhammer 1 and have been loving what I've been playing so far with Total War Warhammer 2. I have been playing Malekith in a Dark Elves Let's Play that I'm just playing for myself. But I want to try Lizardmen and Kroq Gar because they're who I have the most trouble against when I'm playing in my personal campaigns. I will also possibly be starting a Tyrion Let's Play that I record, but that's still up in the air. But as we are getting started here, let's just jump right in.
Since the days of creation, the reptiles have dominated the jungle continent of Lustria. The ignorant call the creatures Lizardmen. The wise know them as defenders of the world. In ages past, the Old Ones had a plan. But then the stellar gates collapsed, the Old Ones fled, and demons flooded the mortal plane. Led by the Slann, the Lizardmen fought the demons that surged across Lustria. Yet, it was the elves that created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the world of chaos, withering demonkind. The world was saved, but the vortex endures only because it is bolstered by the power of the Slann, via the Great Warding. If the warding should fail, the demons will return.
The forked tongue of Sotek hangs low in the sky. The Slann have felt it. Now I see it. Brighter, clearer. Its hiss disturbs the winds of magic. Look, Targrax, the sacred plaques. One prophecy shines above all others. Vortex of the warm bloods. But the full meaning cannot be deciphered. If our master will not wake, we journey to the city of the sun.
Alright, so I think that intro was amazing. I haven't seen the intro for Lizardmen. I haven't seen any of the rituals for Lizardmen. I'm very familiar with Warhammer in general, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Fantasy, Age of Sigmar. I love the tabletop. I love the games. So I think that the Lizardmen are a bit of a superpower in this game. I haven't had really any success fighting against them in my campaigns so far. Revered Master Mazda Mundi. Alright, so we've got the geomantic web. The Lizardmen settlements are linked by an unseen network of power that spans the world. By increasing power of the geomantic web in a province, Lizardmen faction can increase the potency of any commandments. Nice. Spawning pools of Lustria will occasionally bring forth a specially gifted set of warriors. So that's like the regiments of renown, is what I've heard. So let's kill the rat spawn pests.
Put your skinks to work on improving your methods of warfare, my lord.
I'm going to go ahead and where's the setting for advice frequency? Because that's not necessary. So no technologies right at first. It's just fine. Temple of the Skulls. Saros warriors are super powerful. But skinks is what I want first turn. I can do both. Let's do both. And let's get Kroq fighting some rats. I've seen Kroq be an absolute menace running through on the battlefield. I'm gonna go ahead and fight the first one. But I do tend to auto-resolve a ton of my battles in Total War games. Just personal preference, I enjoy the strategy and the campaign map a lot more. I'm just not terribly proficient with the battles, I think is a lot of my problem. But we're going to be fighting a bunch of Skaven rats for our very first battle, as I believe most of the factions do. I think that most of the factions start off at odds against a small Skaven faction. And playing as the Skaven, you start off at odds with pretty much everybody. It's a bit of a shit show fighting as the Skaven when the game first starts. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I haven't seen any of the rituals for the Lizardmen yet, and I'm really excited because I think that the rituals and the quality of design that went into the rituals in this game is pretty phenomenal. I really am enjoying what I've seen with the Dark Elves and the very little I've seen playing as the Skaven. But yeah. Let's take a look at some of our troops. This is going to be our heavy hitter right here. Kroq is just an absolute menace. Got the cold-blooded. I'm going to move the entire army up here. I know it screws up. Mace infantry. Javelins. Kroq, Pterodon. And Kroq himself. I'm going to speed this up a little bit just to... And let's walk, because we don't want to wipe these guys out. And as I said, I know I'm not the most proficient Total War player. this thing done. Slingers, slingers, slaves. I think that the slingers are going to get taken care of by my Stegodon. Kroq is going to go straight for their warlord. And we'll see how it plays out. I have it set on normal. Like I said, I'm no pro when it comes to Total War. No, they're going to go back here. Let's get this in normal speed also. Some of the Lizardmen creatures are just incredible. I love watching this happen. Let's get a look at some of the slaves we got up here. So we can see my Stegodon is closing in. Yeah, that's what I was expecting to happen. As soon as the Stegodon gets in, they break and run. Hidden units are revealed. They can see me. Oh my. Looks like a ton of my units stopped moving for whatever reason also. Get the Night Runners. Night Runners are a way bigger threat. The uphill battle here is no benefit to us, but they are... Oh, that was really neat. The Skaven died on top of the hill and fell down the hill while they died. I want my Kroq to really just charge in there. Yeah, these battles are going to be very, I guess, simplified is the best way to put it on my end. I don't know a lot of the hotkeys, I don't know a lot of that stuff, but I'll pick up a lot of it as I go along. Kroq are so intense. You can see that mechanic from the Skaven where their morale is very low, but they rally very easily. So you can see a lot of back and forth with the Skaven. I'm actually going to have my Soros warriors try to catch those Skaven while they flee. Because one thing the Lizardmen are absolutely incredible at is resilience. I've seen so many Skaven throw intense numbers at Lizardmen and just have no progress made. The amount of punishment that Lizardmen can take is insane. What kind of debuffs does he get? Speed, defense, melee attack. That's pull him out and heal him kind of territory. We don't need that. Those Skaven aren't coming back, and if they are, they're not going to do anything. So let's get our Soros warriors up there. Actually, let's get them into the Night Runners, because the Night Runners are making way too much of an advance. This is when it becomes really good to be a Lizardman. Oh, he's rampaging, that's why. I forget that the Lizardmen do that. They rampage out of your control. Oh my lord. That was insane. This Skaven warlord was absolutely launched down the hill. View of him running away. We're gonna end the battle there because I don't think it's terribly important to eradicate all the Skaven there. That's what the exterminators are for. The Skaven got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They killed 45 Lizardmen, and we killed 700 Skaven. The not imbalance in power, but difference in strategy for the different factions in this game is huge compared to what I feel like it was in Warhammer 1. So we can release, gain money, sacrifice, get experience, and kill and eat for replenishment, which I feel like is pretty standard between the factions here. But I'm going to sacrifice, get that extra experience. Kroq enchanted item. Push no speed. It doesn't have any mounts. No talismans. Hand weapons. Armor. He just got the push no speed. Go to his skill points. Always go for that route marcher first. Serpent Coast. Very small garrison, but let's get back into friendly territory to replenish. Ooh. I didn't even realize we had a skink priest. I should have done that first. Next turn we'll have him. Next turn we'll also look over the rituals, because, or not the rituals, the rites or whatever they're called. The special faction bonuses. Looked like a whole lot of absolutely nothing happened that turn, so let's get those skirmishers. I feel like the money situation in Total War Warhammer 2, ooh, yikes, that's a lot of rats all of a sudden, is not even close to an issue. Wrong button. Let's look at these first. The rites. Rites of Awakening. Mage Priest, which would be very interesting. Rite of Ferocity. Increased experience and income from looting. Enables attrition for foreign enemies within our territory. So that's the Geomantic Web, I guess. And then the Feral Cold Ones. Spawns a unit of Feral Cold Ones. That's huge. That is huge, because the Feral Cold Ones that, or the Cold One Riders, Cold One Knights that the Dark Elves get are insane. Vanguard deployment, very nice. These first couple turns for me are going to be very rapid fire. I'm gonna try to build up some more skinks, a lot more skinks, and then take this place out. Serpent Coast is gonna be all me. Research and technology. Tablets of Soros. Ooh. And I like that all the factions are present here, just not in their major forms. We don't have these huge warlords like Manfred, all those. I mean, I don't even remember all the warlords from the first one. There's a ton. Let's get some spears and shields. I probably want warriors and shields, to be honest, and then skink javelins. And then next turn we'll make our advance on the Serpent Coast. Just wreck us some rats. Wreck it, rats. Depending on what kind of battles we're running here, we'll probably be doing 30-minute episodes just to keep it consistent, not terribly long, but a good, enjoyable watch as well. Ooh. I'm going to do one more battle just to actually fight out a couple battles this episode. Get a feel for the Lizardmen and how they're actually going to fight, because it looks like from the auto resolve that we've got a huge lead in the sense of power for these battles, but I feel like you can't possibly auto resolve something like 1,200 rats fighting 400 lizards, 600 lizards. I mean, I like watching the battles. I just am not terribly good at playing the battles, so we're gonna keep trying. Learn as we go. If there are any hotkeys, tips, anything like that that people feel like are worthwhile for me to know, leave them in a comment. I'd be happy to look at it. No words. Let's start. I'm curious. I remember there's a way to lock formation, but I don't remember how to do it. So for the time being, we're going to be moving troops like this. Let's look at what we're fighting also, because it looks like a whole lot of nothing. What kind of power do we have here? It's an augment. Let's come back and watch our advance. Feral Stegodon's gonna go after those Night Runners just because they're gonna be a nuisance. Ooh. Huge place. Soros warriors. The skink cohorts are making plays. There's Kroq. I didn't even realize that there was so much of the forest that was just stuck back here not doing anything. Let's get the Feral Stegodon into those Night Runners because they're... I mean, at this point, the Night Runners are the only thing that's really even hurting my Lizardmen. I absolutely love watching the Lizardmen fight the Skaven. It's a Skaven rally. That's something that I think is really interesting and very creative that CA did with the Skaven, is that they flee very often, but they rally and come back very often. So you see the Skaven running and escaping combat as often as they can, just to regroup and charge in a swarm of ratty glory. Let's see if we can catch Kroq. Making progress here. Pop his potion of speed, because he needs it. He needs a mount desperately. Ah, Stegodon's rampaging. What is this unit? They ran someone off the battlefield, I would imagine. Let's see what we can get out of chasing down some enemies as well, because I know that they're dead, but I like this. This is one of my favorite parts of the battle. The cleanup. Looks like everything's getting away. Skaven are faster than Lizardmen. I mean, just looking at the losses, you can see how difficult it is and how many bodies you have to throw at the Lizardmen to kill anything. Like, my sword and shield guys didn't kill anyone. I think I left them behind, and I still lost 42 lizards to 700 rats. 600 rats. It's huge. We're gonna occupy because 300 gold isn't worth it. $350 for our first ritual. We're gonna get into Predatory Fighter because that's exactly what Kroq is. He is a warrior. I think we're gonna have him as a battle skink priest as well. He'll probably stay in that army for quite some time. Definitely need to upgrade that. Recruit some more warriors. Get some skirmishers and another unit of shields. And then I think we'll go to the Golden Touter. the Golden Tower and call it an episode there, because Golden Tower, I mean, that might be owned by Mazda Mundi. I might not even be able to get that. We'll check something out at the end of the turn here, just for mission issued. Capture and occupy Golden Tower. That is indeed our mission. Talaqua. Cold-blooded logic. That's something that I love as well. There are certain factions that are like more prone to confederate. Emotive states when engaging in diplomacy. Immutable alien logic of the Lizardmen mean they'll only consider strong states. So they don't care about the little guy. The only thing that works for them is power. We're going to go ahead and auto-resolve this one. We took very minimal losses. But I mean, we did take about the same amount of losses we took for 700 rats. No, killing 700 rats. Like 1,000 Skaven to 500 Lizardmen. Go ahead and occupy this as well. Rite of Ferocity unlocked. I'll have to remind myself of which one that is. Old One Trove. Rite of Ferocity. It's the battle one. Weapon strength, armor, melee attack, leadership. We'll start with leadership. Work our way from there. Breath is super powerful here, so we're going to go with that breath attack. And then what was our quest here? The Old One Trove. Old One Trove is the plaque generator. Yeah, so that'll be an easy get as soon as we upgrade the population surplus here. Let's see what the actual province here is as well. Cursed Jungle. Easy. Easy take. We'll actually get Kroq moving down there. And end the turn there, and we'll end the episode there. Thanks for watching if you watched all the way through. I'm hoping to keep this series going all the way through until the campaign ends. So I'm hoping to do at least one episode a week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.